Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Birb Nest podcast, where we grab a drink, sit down, and talk just about anything. I am the host, Noah or Fallen, and today we have a very special guest with us. He is well known in dabbling in a lot of activities such as content creation, writing, and gaming. He is also well known for making one of the biggest LoveLive videos, which is the piano incidents that happened at a LoveLive concert back then. So hello and welcome, Ari. How have you been?
I'm doing well today, actually, Fallen. You know, to prepare for this podcast, I did get myself a drink. So I'm sipping on some coffee at nearly 10 p.m. What are you drinking on today?
I'm drinking on water.
Yes. The
It's,
appropriate answer.
yes, the safest option.
Mm-hmm. But I've been good otherwise. How have you been?
I've been doing quite well, I guess, but it's too early to say. I've been doing like some writing here and there, and I'm also juggling with my school and a lot of other stuff. So I hope that in the future it will still be like this, where I can still sit down and do a podcast like that, and not get overwhelmed by like so many life issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
no, I just want to ask you, how have you been?
I'm doing fine. I think the last time we properly talked was after School Riders, which was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was like,
It's been a minute.
it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been quite some time. So, I'm glad that we could do this podcast together, as usual. And I still want to thank you for being a big fan of Birb's Nest back when it really started.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing it back then, and I was like, "Oh, hey, they have a podcast on. They have some monster they have on there. That's kind of odd, but okay."
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been a big rehaul, if you have noticed, because from the first time I did it, it was just a lot of mindless asking general questions, which is very funny to me. So I decided to change the format up a bit, which we will talk about later in this case. But I think you've noticed the rehaul too, right? The rehaul or whatever it is, the re-improvement.
The redo, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
running it back.
yeah. So we're gonna start on our very first topic, which is content creation. I've been dabbling in a few content creation for the past few years as a side hobby because I thought it would be fun. I had a lot of videos on gacha, such as from games like LoveLive All Stars and Grand Summoners and Bank Dream, and I think it's been a okay kind of thing. It's like I'm just posting gacha videos for fun, but recently I've been doing a lot of not a lot. I've been starting to do those informational videos, like the cafe video that I've done, and there was one event that I've done for, which is the Anime Festival Asia. I've did a video for that too. So it's like the kind of like where I have my voice and I start talking about my experiences or what I've done in the video and stuff. So yeah, I really got to realize how tough it is to edit a video just like that.
Absolutely. That's the YouTube experience. Is like you think, oh, it's gonna be so much fun, and you break open your editing program, and it's just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
But-
yeah, but
No, I was just gonna say I saw your I watched those actual videos you're talking about. Very interesting things. Very interesting topics actually. 'Cause,
thank
I mean, yeah, you went to the Bang Dream Cafe. I didn't even know that it was a thing, and I checked it out. Like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, damn, really? I thought at the in your country or something there'll be a lot of these anime cafes too, because America's getting on the anime stuff too, no?
See, I can actually bring. There's actually something about that. They do have collabs in specific locations.
Yeah.
Typically, it's situated in one part of the country.
Oh.
Now, I did get lucky with that. There was an ice cream place near me that was doing a Yohane and the Parhelion collab, which was so cool. And the fact that it was near me, I was like, I have to go check it out, even if it was 40 minutes away from me.
Oh yeah, the things you do for collab stuff, I've
Of course, yeah.
I've also done that because I live about almost an hour away from the cafe that I went to also. So, you know, it was just taking the public transport all the way there just for the cafe, you know. It's like this kind. It's like it's very very far and stuff. And I also realized that doing this kind of videos, you need to really have the budget to do it, not just your editing software. Because as you can see in the cafe video, I've tried every single thing on the cafe menu, and those things were really costly as shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always assume like the collab foods would probably be like really expensive, and it's just like a sandwich with like a side of fries. Like,
I mean,
it's really inexpensive.
yeah, for me it was just, I think some of them were rice with like chicken, and some of the others were like waffles, and you know, there was one with the burger, which was it was a Wagyu beef burger, which was actually fantastic. That was the only thing I thought that was a reasonable price, because it was Wagyu beef burger. I can't complain that it's too expensive when it's Wagyu, you know. It's like that kind of stuff. But for a cafe, I think it's very expensive, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a collab, so I mean, I cannot say much about it. And you know, also for the Anime Festival Asia video, I've also done a lot of I spent a lot of money for my experiences. So yeah, I think my wallet's having a very big hole right now, and I couldn't do much.
Yeah, I remember I did watch the anime festival video. Yeah, you got signatures from that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was it was based on like lottery gacha, so I got really lucky there.
Oh, so it was a gacha. So you had to pay. Did you have to pay for that?
It's like this. So you have to buy Bushiroad's merchandise, and for each like $30 you spend, you get one ticket for the voice actress that you want. So at that point of time, I bought $90 worth, so it was like 3 tickets. And surprisingly, I got both. I got the 2 voice actress ones. So no, I was actually lucked out, really lucked out.
See, that's insane luck.
That's
But
insane.
yeah, nothing really changes, because I believe in the biggest anime convention in the States, they did have a LoveLive thing. I think it was last year, where in order to get like, it was a lottery gacha, I think, and you had to pay to get into it.
Is it the Nijigasaki one?
It was like 3 Seiyu in LoveLive.
Oh, I think I know. I think I remember. One of them was one of. I remember. It's either Aikian or I who went there, but I cannot remember who it was who actually went there.
If I remember correctly, it was Aikian, Seiyu for Kasumi, and I want to say the voice actress for Kanon.
Oh yeah, I think Kanon's voice actress. Yeah, Sayuri was there too, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I went to that one.
Oh, did you get anything?
I don't...
Did you buy for it? No.
Well, the thing is, like, I can do this a whole rant about that one, because the day I went,
Yeah.
I only went one day for the convention. It was the next day there was the signatures.
Oh shit.
I couldn't even buy into it.
Ah, that sucks, man. That shit sucks, bro. Yeah, cause my signature one was on. You know, my event was 3 days, so it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The signature one starts on Saturday, so there are 2 days for the signature, so Saturday and Sunday. So that means whatever I bought on Friday didn't count towards the thing. So, you know, I bought stuff on Friday too, but obviously I knew that going in, I knew that the Seiyu wasn't going to be here on Friday, but I still bought stuff for it. And yeah, you know, it hurts when it's not like the day that you actually want to go and buy stuff, and just nice, you know, there'll be the Seiyu there for your signature and stuff. It really hurts a lot. So, you know, that's why I had to spend a lot of money and stuff. But I think you
had to spend for it.
Yeah, but I think it's a very good experience, honestly. And you know, if luck like that happens again, then I guess it would be good. I hope. But I think my conventions for anime, that those luck has been really good, because in 2023, I had this chance to also meet. Do you know who's Sumipe or Sumire Usaka?
Oh, Sumire Usaka, yeah.
Yeah, so she's like my favorite voice actress. So at 2023, at the convention in my country, we had the chance to meet Sumipe for. So we had to submit our emails in, and then those those emails that I picked will be emailed for the ticket to buy, right? So I inserted 3 emails, and it's like I got 2 of them out of 3.
That,
Yeah, that is crazy lah.
the luck is insane. What the hell?
Yeah, but the problem is I only need 1 ticket, so the other ticket I went to push it to general sales. But other than that, yeah, I felt like, you know, whatever it is, I got 2 out of 3 again, which is crazy, right? It is insane luck, honestly, and I don't get this luck anywhere else in my life other than anime conventions.
Honestly, I feel like the luck's well spent.
Honestly,
Because if I went to the one and I won like the autograph to see like Icon there, I'd lose it, even if it was just one.
yeah, honestly, it was really unexpected, because usually like real life lottery isn't that lucky to, like, I'm not that lucky in real life lottery either. It's like I put money into lottery and I didn't win nothing, so I've never expected to win stuff, but you know, winning this is pretty good too, honestly.
Yeah, same luck.
Yeah, so back to content creation, because I know you have been doing content for a very, very long time, and you've only stopped like recently. You didn't do like all those informational videos that you used to do, like the piano video that I mentioned earlier. So, you know, like, what's your process on all of these? Like, how do you even come up with the idea and all the editing process and stuff?
I think when it comes to the idea, it's just kind of like what I come across on like Twitter or whatever. Like, I had an idea that I haven't done. It was about discussing what happened with like the Rin Ramen from when the Scarcity project movie was happening.
Oh,
Because there was like a whole story behind that and like its failure. And I believe I did want to make like a full like in-depth analysis on what happened and why it happened. I just never got around to it. It's so yeah, when it like comes to like an idea, it's either just like, oh, it pops in my head, like oh, I wanted to go over the history of Aqours, or like I wanted to talk about the Rikako piano incident. Those are just things that they just kind of pop in my head. Making it is a different story.
yeah.
Because for content creation, there's a lot more going into it. Like I have to do a lot more research than if I was just writing a story.
That's fair. I had to do a lot of research on my stuff too, so you know, I agree. But I think Yoahne is like more difficult, because yours had a lot more research. It's in the history books, just that it's not like out there because it's in a concert. You know, nobody really writes during a concert, so you don't really get like a lot of like first-hand experiences from other people too. So it's like very hard to find out what happened here and there.
Yeah, like with that the video I made on the Chika Neso explosion, like when that happened on Twitter, so somebody just reposted it without a source. So we could have been anybody, and I don't think anybody really knew who it was until I made that video.
Oh.
The person who made it was just kind of underground.
Oh, damn! But I'm actually surprised that you made the Chika Neso video thing, because like it has been a video floating around for years. You know, it's been something that everybody knows, the Chika Neso explosion. But when like asked who made this, and we all like just shook our shoulders. Who the fuck even did this?
Yeah, it's always who made this, and it's never like discussing who actually made it, because it's just
it's so unknown.
It was so unknown, and like I did find out who it was, but it's like it was like too little, too late. Because I think I found out like 2 years after. So at that point, the ship had sailed. Like there wasn't much interest.
I mean, to be fair, I think it doesn't really matter the years. Honestly, if that was like it's a pretty legendary video, that the Chika Neso boom. So it's like, you know, you find the person, it's still good, because at least you found the person, because nobody else has found the person, or at least not to anyone's knowledge that they put it publicly that they know the person. So you know, it's still pretty good for you to like, find the person, and you know, it's like it's an honor, honestly.
Yeah, it was like finding the holy grail for me, to be honest, because that video in itself was just legendary.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for one, it riled up so many people, but also somebody actually just blew up a Nestoberry just for fun. You don't get a lot of content like that on the internet. I'll just say that much.
That's true. I don't really see like a lot of. I only see most of these days the LoveLive videos are like oh, why is this character the best character, or the LoveLive awards by some BS anime person, that thing has been going on for every year and stuff. So those kind of videos are up, but I've never seen like actual videos on like incidents like this. So that's why it's like,
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
no, you didn't cut me off. I was just like, I was just surprised that you did a lot of like the videos where nobody really talks on these topics and stuff. And
yeah, I believe when I actually mentioned it during After School Writers is that I wanted to make videos on those kind of things. It's not like it's like the little events that just kind of happen. Like, oh, that's kind of funny, and then you just go on with your day, or like specific like iconic moments like the piano incident.
yeah, that's true.
Or just like general commentary. It's like I did about the live streams.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, LoveLive is very strict with their live stream takedowns and stuff. It's really harsh. Like, it's almost unbelievable that you cannot really find a full version of the live stream somehow, even though you have the internet. It seems so impossible to find.
Oh, that's just kind of that's the whole like idea behind lost media. It's just like, how is this lost? It was just on the internet.
Yeah, and it's not just on the internet, it's like cut into parts, but you can't even piece together the full thing because there will be still some missing parts in between, and then you'll never get the full live stream anywhere unless you're like there at the moment when they are live streaming, and then you get to record it for yourself, then yeah, you probably have the live stream. But other than that, there's no live stream anywhere else for LoveLive, which is funny because I don't see like a lot of franchises like just straight out putting copyrights on their live streams, taking it down. I see a lot of Bang Dream live streams around, and I don't think Bang Dream like is serious in taking their like the live stream stuff, but it's just LoveLive, it's just LoveLive.
Yeah, it's just LoveLive as a franchise is very, I want to say secretive. It's just like they don't want that out for various reasons or whatever.
I mean,
like,
I could kind of get it because the live stream is just like very. Usually the live stream is more like you need to pay money to kind of get in the live stream. You need to do some sort of monetary thing to get in, get a ticket, pay some money, who knows, and then you get to watch the live stream. So, and I feel that they block the live stream behind a wall. It's because they want to make it special. It's just like a one-time thing. They don't want to like make it like everyone can watch. Then it won't feel so special anymore as compared to like you can see a Bang Dream live stream anywhere. So that's the normal thing. But when you talk about a LoveLive live stream, it's like, wow, it'd be a blessing to even see one, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, live stream concerts are kind of their own thing because I understand why those go down.
Yeah,
because it's just concert footage.
Correct.
But and honestly, nowadays people don't even care. At least the companies don't care if you put up clips nowadays. It's kind of a shock. But I mean,
you mean
in terms of like the broadcasts that they do on like YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're gonna announce this new CD coming out. That's what I was really referring to.
Oh, I don't know, man, because I really can't find any besides CD announcement. Really, they have some like talking here and there, those kind of live stream, the long ass live streams where they talk about their future and stuff. Those things I really cannot find, or maybe I'm just like stupid enough not to be able to find them.
Well, there's ways to find them. Like in particular if I would look up Aqua, I do like Aqua and then like this weird number code where you have to put the two numbers of the year and then the day and then the month.
Oh,
like the whole number.
Yeah.
So that's one way I find the live streams, but I mean, like, I don't know why those were going down in particular because it's just kind of talking.
I think they just want to make it feel special. That's why it's like the information there or the conversation they have there is a one-time thing, so you shouldn't be able to search it up. And some more, like most of the live streams are like, actually I don't know what are the nature of the live streams, whether you need to like pay money to see them or something, but I think they just want to make it special enough that nobody else can watch it unless you're there at the moment. that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel, but man, I still don't know why it's so strict compared to like other franchises. No, other franchises have their live streams out there. You could probably find it, but LoveLive one is like very scarce, and
Yeah, it's hard to find.
yeah. So for these days, you don't really do like a lot of like the long content and stuff anymore. Is it because you're like really worn out from doing all of these?
I think it's a mix of a lot of things. It's not that I don't like creating the content, because honestly, making the thing and like putting it out there and like seeing kind of radical views, it does help my dopamine increase. But at the same time, it's not very motivating when you put out a video and then it's just blocked for copyright. You cannot see this anymore.
Oh yeah, that kind of stuff. So is that where all your videos went to? Is all the deleted videos?
Well, some were privated because I wasn't totally proud of them, and some of them were just completely blocked. I believe I made a video on Dreamy Color. You remember? I don't know.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I made a video about like the music video and why it was like so precious to like fans of Aqua, and it got taken down immediately because I used clips from the music video.
Oh shit, man! Damn. Right.
That video didn't stand a chance in like on like YouTube. I don't think it lasted a day on there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These LoveLive people are just actively waiting on their chairs just to wait for someone to post something like that, and they just bam, copyright taken down straight up.
See, that's the thing, is that they either wait for you, or they'll do it immediately, or they'll wait for you.
Yeah, I also don't know how they do that though.
And I think it's just they're perched on like a rooftop, just waiting there with like a sniper rifle to just take you out, like sometime. Because I don't think I've ever discussed this like publicly, but I used to have a YouTube channel where I just uploaded the concerts before they were live streamed. So this was like 2018.
Oh, and it just got taken down, right?
No, the thing is, I was able to do it for like upwards of a year, and then they just hit me with all the takedown notices one after another, so my whole channel would get taken down.
Oh shit, man, that is bad, man. But
sorry to cut you off. I just want to.
Yeah, continue. Yeah, continue. It's fine.
Just that they either wait for you or they'll take you out of it.
Yeah, because I also have this incident, and it's not even a live stream. It's not even a in real life content or something. It's a all stars gameplay video. So basically, I back when SIFAS was still up and alive, I bought this because I'm a big fan of Muse. So I also, because of their comeback at 2020, I was a big fan of them back then. So I bought their a song for You costume in the game, correct? And I wanted to film a screen recording for the song with the actual costumes in it, because I bought them, right? I bought them for a good $100. I wanted to show them off. The moment I posted that shit onto YouTube, it got taken down immediately. Like, it just straight up 100% published. Yeah, I refreshed it, it was taken down.
At what point in time was SIFAS lifespan did this happen? Was it like immediately on release, or?
No, it was, I think, 2021 or 2022 when the song was added to the game. Yeah, it's around that period of time. Like, I really tried to put on the video and it couldn't work. So then I decided to change it up. I changed the costumes in the video, and then I published it, and nothing happened. So they just don't want people to see that, I show people paid content for free. I think that's what you're getting at. But come on, that fast? It's not even a minute, man.
It's so bizarre. Was it taken down? Do you know why it was taken down? Like, did it say for music or video or what?
They say it was the video. They specifically stated the video, not the music, the video. Which I assume it was because of the costume, because I paid $100 for the costume, and I assume that they want to, if you spend money on the costume, that you can have it, but don't show it to other people. But I'm also very confused because Win Taicho, he bought the Bokutachi no Hikari costumes, right? And then he put it in a video too. But just that it now in her video, the costumes rotated and stuff. So it's like, at one, like maybe 3 seconds that was his costume, and then the other 3 seconds there was another costume. Apparently that was approved.
I think I feel like the LoveLive stuff was just out for you in that specific moment because that's so bizarre.
It is bizarre. It is really bizarre. I was so proud to show it off, and then the next thing I see was a takedown.
That's so demoralizing. I'm sorry to laugh at that, but it's like
No, I'm laughing at it too. Come on, it was funny, man. It just took down for that fast, bro.
no, it's exactly just taken down for. Yeah, it's the video. We don't want it up right now. Okay, well, what about them? Like, don't worry about it.
It's just, I don't know, man. LoveLive has this very strict kind of thing. It's so strict to the point where, they delete a video just because I spend money on the video. The first time, I spent money for their franchise and they still block the video. Which is, what? What? I mean, I probably get it that they don't want other people to see the video because I paid money for the thing and, it's a only paid money costume. So obviously they want other players to spend money on the costume so that they can see, the costumes and stuff. They don't want people to just leech off like free visuals because someone else paid for it and then you get to let the whole world watch it for free. That kind of stuff. I think that's what they was going through when they were taking down my video and stuff. So I kind of understand, and I it's not expected, but I understand it. That kind of stuff.
I understand you're more you trying to be more into like understanding, but that's stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is how it is. It's like, it's just copyright. LoveLive is so anal with copyright. I've never seen a franchise director be so anal with copyright. Like to the down point, like the exact point, It's like, wow, no chance at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I assume your videos are all taken down. Like those, you either took them down or they were taken down, right?
I will say at least 3 of them have been taken.
Damn, that is rough. Do you know like the reasons that they were taken down though?
I believe it was musical and visual reasons for the takedown. Like for Dreamy Color, I understand why, because I was using footage from the CD itself.
Oh,
like the alternate version, which was not meant to be online. So I understand that.
yeah.
And then I did one on the anime, and the thing is, like, showing anime clips online is so strange because like you can't do more than 3 seconds per section.
Really? But I've seen a lot of like LoveLive anime clips where they're like 1 minute long.
I don't could not explain it to you, but it's the fact that I played mine for maybe 40 seconds in total, and or not even 40 seconds, it was probably like 20-25 seconds, but that was enough to get taken down, and I just gave up on that one. So I don't understand. I really don't understand YouTube and their copyright.
It's not YouTube. I think it's just Sunrise and their stuff. Oh, is this still Sunrise though, or is it someone else?
It was definitely Sunrise. So yeah, I was playing the LoveLive Sunshine anime.
Yeah, so it should be Sunrise, right? Yeah, that's why it's easier to like put videos that are like very like I don't know if I should be saying this, but the recent Nijigasaki movie.
Oh
yeah, the very recent part 1 of it. It was on YouTube. I got to watch it on YouTube, but it's a unlisted link, of course, so nobody can find it. I hope, unless Sunrise somehow finds it and just takes it down, which I hope not. But I mean, so and the title was something completely unrelated. It was not even LoveLive. There's no LoveLive. There's no Nijigasaki. There's no anything related. It was just a word.
It just said rainbow or something.
No, it didn't even complete. Yeah, it didn't even like relate to anything. So there's no rainbow. There's no like idol. I think it was unprepared. I think the video was called Unprepared or something like that, about that area. I can't remember the name, but I know it's a 1-word video, and then it showed the whole movie, which is pretty much crazy.
That's incredible. So it was the whole movie?
Yeah, it was the whole movie. I
Mm.
think it was the whole movie without the credits.
I'm amazed that managed to go under the radar. 'Cause
Yeah. No, I think it's gonna be taken down in like a few days probably.
it's probably already taken down as we speak.
That's true. But you also did videos on the game, the Yohane game, the Yohane the parody on.
Yes.
You did one and calling it a scam.
I called it a scam. Yes. That video is actually, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I love that video just because I'm spending the entire time trashing on it, and then afterwards we're like, yeah, I'll just buy it anyways.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty fair point to say that it's a scam because they charge really expensive for like just one skin or like songs, just songs, and then
Well,
it's like boom, $14.
well, it's like I said in the video. It's just that I think they wanted to do like a 1-to-1, so it was 880 yen in Japan,
Yeah,
which would have been like $4 or $5.
yeah, but
That's reasonable.
they
Well,
put
it's
it
not,
eight
but-
they put it 8 USD in your area, right?
Yes, it was 8 USD for me.
Shit, bro, they're just out there to scam you, bro.
I don't know if they're scammed or if they just try to be funny or stupid or what, but it's not worth buying any of the DLC unless you're a super fan.
I mean, even if you are a super fan, I think you probably have to think twice for it because come on, 3 songs for fucking $8, bro. That shit not worth it, man.
No, it was worse than that. The songs were like $20.
Oh my god, it was like
20 USD.
4 songs, right?
It was 4 songs that you can use, but like I said, you could just play videos on YouTube and then get the same experience. It's like there's no point to buying this.
Yeah, that's true. But I think if you think this is a scam, then you see LoveLive, the YY activity on PS4.
That I heard about that. I actually don't remember the prices. I do remember they're a little high.
I think I can tell you. 3 songs, 1 pack of 3 songs costs about, if I'm not wrong, mine's in Singapore it's about $14-15. So in your area it should be about 10 USD for 3 songs. 10 USD, and it's not even a full version, by the way. It's just the dancing.
Yeah,
You-
it's the like the 1 minute 30 version, I think.
Yeah, and then you still have to buy the costumes separately. Yeah, it's just it is a whole lot of scam for them, man. Like, wow, props to them for thinking that people would actually buy that. I mean, people do buy that, but come on, man, it's not that worth it, to be honest. But I don't know if you were to play the game before. Do you even play the game before though?
I have played the YY Home Media before. I'm not good at rhythm games on controller, so I didn't play much, but
That's true. I think it's better if you tap it on a phone screen, or better yet, the machine itself.
yeah, that was the arcade game, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know why they, as far as I know, it was like it went out of like service when it came to PS4. So at that point, just give it all for free. Like, you're not making money from it anymore.
I
There's
mean,
nothing left.
no, the game is free. The game is free. The game is free, and it comes with some songs and costumes, but it's not a lot to get you by. Maybe at most like 3-4 weeks of playing, and you'll be like, okay, I want new songs, I want new costumes and stuff. But the game is free. I'll give it that. The game is free. You could just play it for free. It's just yeah.
I would sorry to cut you off. I would honestly pay like 20-25 USD for this. If it came with the game and like half of the DLC.
Oh, so you mean like if
Oh,
if the DLC was like packaged into the game and it's given to you
Yeah,
for
if
a fixed price, you would just buy it.
You guys, if it was 25 for the game and the DLC, I would pay for that.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair point. I think that's good. Yeah, that's actually pretty makes sense, to be honest.
Cause that's like the Miku game, Project Diva. It's just like $30, but you have like all these songs and all these costumes.
That's
I think there's some
true.
DLC as well, but
Mhm. But I think
it's much more affordable.
it's much more affordable. But I know game companies, they won't be like that. They'll be like, I need more money, and this selling like this won't get me cash in the long run. So that's why they put it separately instead. They don't want you to have everything in one. It's just a pay to win longtime games these days. You know, it's not really a lot of, I give you the whole package for a fixed price. No, I give you the game for a price, and then after that I give the DLC for another price. It's not even together anymore, and it's more expensive if they're separated compared to when they're combined together. So it just doesn't make sense these days.
It does. It's price. It's never a win for the customers, basically.
Yeah, it's never a win for the customers, but I know some people who would do it. Some people would really buy the shit. I think you know this guy. I know this guy. He's a famous guy in LoveLive community. His name is the cosplayer Rico or something like that. He's the rich guy that owns he's the guy that owns the whole freaking arcade shit in his basement or something.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter. Yeah, he lives in like pure like luxury. He's like 5 arcade machines.
Yeah, bro.
It's incredible. I think I actually looked into buying one myself. It wasn't terrible, like a terrible price. I'm not gonna lie.
It isn't, but you need to go and fix it. After that, you need to go and connect it. You need to know how to set it up and all that coding and stuff shit you need to do in the machine, because when you come with the machine, it's not fixed for you. Like, as in, the outside is fixed, but the coding, you need to do all that kind of shit by yourself. So, the price is just the machine itself. Everything else inside, you need to do it by yourself. So, I don't know whether I would want to buy it, to be honest. But, if
I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it, but I'd just be like, that's not too bad. And I just go on my day.
Yeah, but bro, he has like 5 machines and they're all working, which is I don't even know how much money was spent on that, to be honest. Just on that alone. And he has like a lot more other merchandise. I've seen it like a lot. He's able to go to like concerts, buy like a lot of war scrolls to change during the seasons. Like, come on.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he has like a full like wall, like glass shelf of like every single scale figure. I think
so
too. He's kind
too.
of crazy.
He is crazy, but if he's rich, I mean, you know what? Fair point. If he's rich, he's got to buy everything. I'm not rich. I can't buy anything.
Honestly, if I was in his like shoes, I'd probably do the same.
Yeah,
so I can't blame him.
But I wouldn't buy like 5 machines because I don't know what to do with 5 machines. I would buy just 1.
I'd buy maybe 2. So like if anybody comes over, they can play 2.
Oh, that's fair. Maybe he bought 5 because his friends come over and play. Okay, that's a fair point. It's a fair point. Which is crazy.
Yeah, they have a LoveLive like get-togethers. Like play the arcade game for hours.
Not gonna lie, that actually sounds fucking cool though. That actually sounds damn fucking cool.
Yeah, it sounds enjoyable.
Yeah. So I don't think you're gonna be like creating any more content in the future, right? Or do you still like plan to do any content?
Here's the thing, my like YouTube's like the way I work with YouTube, it's like on and off. Like sometimes I start posting stuff, sometimes I'll just stop. I don't want to completely stop, to be honest, because like it's just fun. It's something to do on like on a day off. I'm just really lazy now, to be honest. So and like I still have ideas to get out there, so I'll probably get to them at some point. But at this very moment, the channel will remain dormant.
Oh, fair enough. Because I got a lot of these content ideas also because I see like a lot of people are doing it, especially like you were like one of the main inspirations for me to start like content like this, which was why I created the cafe video and stuff. Because I find it kind of cool that you get to talk about something with voice. Because usually I write a lot of my experiences down on like just a website alone. It's called Medium. I put a lot of my experiences and reviews on there, but I never really voiced them, to be honest. So like, it took me a very long time, especially after I got a mic for myself, to be like, actually, I should try my hand at this kind of thing because everyone is like kind of doing it, so I should probably try it for myself. And it takes a lot of time to do these things. It really does.
Yeah, voiceover in itself is just that's gonna take you like a full day to do. Like, and that's to do it perfectly, because it's like, one, you want to be like perfect, but then you keep tripping over your words and you have to go back, and that's like That's like the hardest part in my opinion. Next Saturday.
I think that's not really the hardest part because recording for me, I think it's more. I can follow the words quite easily. Of course, sometimes I still have to like delete this clip because I speak like shit, and then my pronunciation and my enunciation is also not that great. So I had to like keep deleting, re-recording all the voices, especially like I think my first cafe video, I had a lot of like inconsistencies. If you notice on the voice, it's because sometimes I'm recording it soft, sometimes I'm recording it loud. I forgot how to mix it, and then it just came out like the voice just came out like shit. So it was really bad, and because my voice came out shit, I was scared that people couldn't like really hear what I was saying. So I went to YouTube to add subtitles, and that was a whole lot of a week of adding subtitles in there. It was so.
Oh, you did it manually?
Yeah, I did it manually because I scared. I'm kind of scared that YouTube, when they automatically like put my subtitles there, it's not gonna sound the thing that I want to say, especially when my voice is like this deep, and sometimes my words like could not be recognized at all. So they just come up with some mumbo jumbo shit and put it as a subtitle. I don't want that to happen. So usually, my informational videos, I have subtitles on them, which takes an extra like good 3 to 4 days, at most maybe a week. So yeah, it's very hard. Like, I know it's a very long process to create content, but I think it's a very, like, once I put the video out, I think I feel kind of proud for it. I'm kind of proud of the things I've done for the video itself, just for that one video.
Yeah, it's good to feel satisfied in the things you do. At the same time, it's like, I think I heard like advice once. It's like you shouldn't be like content with where you actually always want to improve. So it's like no matter what it's like, if I made the best videos ever, I'd still want to make sure like, I want to do better next time.
Yeah, kind of.
Keep building on it.
That's true. Usually my voice is the problem, or sometimes my content might be too, bleak for people, because I know people like have some context and stuff like that. The anime convention stuff, I think if like general people watch it, they wouldn't really understand and stuff. And I scared later, like, people can't really hear my voice because my voice is like quite deep, and sometimes it's very hard to pronounce words. So
yeah,
it is what it is. But I'll try my best to do better at the next few videos. I hope, if I even have the time to do a video like that, because it takes really, really long compared to like when gacha videos. I just had to screen record and then edit, put in, and then send out. It's pretty easy for a gacha video, but videos like this are like really, really tough to do.
Yeah, but like since they're bigger, it's like it's more satisfying to put them out.
Correct. It's more satisfying than the gacha videos, honestly. So you know what, I would say it is more satisfying, and I really hope to put out more videos like that. But of course, I've always gone through this advice of, if you don't really feel like doing it, then don't do it, because if you force yourself to do something, it's not gonna come out as the best quality. So if only when I feel that an idea is so strong that I should do a voice video for it, then I would do for it, or not, because I have a lot of ideas in my head also, but it's just that I don't really want to do it at all, because
I understand that.
Yeah, it's very lazy, and afterwards my voice, because I'm gonna be talking a lot of bullshit to fill up the thing, it's not gonna be a very good video at all. So it's like, it's better when I know what actual content that I want to talk about, then I make the video. It would be better that way, and when I have the interest and the passion to do it.
Yeah, I personally, I live by the idea that like, if you want to do something, you should do it. But I understand that's not really the case for a lot of things. So I say for like creating content or like creating videos. Yeah, if an idea pops in your head, like when you're like, I don't know, in like school, or like you're like walking home, I'd say just like keep it down, like write in your phone or something, and come back to it later. Because even if you're not like fully motivated to work on it now, perhaps there'll be a time in the future when you will be. That's fair.
But I don't usually do that for myself, because I'm a very I don't plan a lot of these like things in the very, very future. The only times I do those are for writing, actual fanfic or fiction writing, You know, I don't do that for videos at all. Our videos I just come with the idea on the spot and see whether I'm passionate enough to do it or not. That's pretty much
fair.
it. Yeah. So we can go on to the next topic, which is writing. You know, you and I, we have written. It's just, you know, because when I first saw you starting out on your writing, you know, it was kind of surprising because you were like one of the last few people I expect to see writing. So it was like a really, you know, a big thing, kind of. But you know, how do you feel about writing? You know.
Before I go on, it's kind of
Yeah.
odd you mention that because I feel like I've heard that like from like 3 different people. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't expect you to start writing. Heard that throughout the years. I don't know. What was the question again? Sorry.
No, I was just asking like, how do you feel about writing?
Writing is like, I hate writing and I never want to do it. I'm just kidding. Writing in itself is like it's like the only creative thing I'm like, I think I'm decently like good at, but it's the fact of like trying to write things from an original idea is just like really hard.
So
Fanfiction was kind of like my replacement for that.
ah. So I know you've written some YouDia fics and stuff. You know, like it's what was I asking? Okay, so basically, I wanted to know why did you get into YouDia, which is like, you know, it's a rare pair for sure because I've never seen a lot of YouDia fics, but you know yours like it's the first few. It's like when Lid started the Yo Rico thing. It's like you started YouDia, but why YouDia though?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like Yoahne just kind of fell into my lap because a couple years ago, there was somebody on like who was on social media. You probably don't recognize the name, but they're Yo with a mustache on YouTube.
Oh no, I've known it. I've known that guy.
Okay, well, she was like a really big Yoahne fan, and she talked about him quite frequently. And I'm like, she has some basis of that one.
Oh.
And then like a couple years later, it just kind of like popped back up like, hey, you like Yoahne again? I'm like, oh yeah, I do. And it just started. But in my like case, why I liked him, it's just like opposites attract, I guess.
Oh. I know. I understand that. I understand that.
It's just like it's like the third wheelers in like some cases. They look cute together.
Okay. You know.
No, man. I like the way they look. They're aesthetically pleasing.
That's a fair point. Honestly, that's a fair point. You know, that's why I started writing for like Honomaki also. It's just because they look aesthetically good and their interactions, I guess. I mean, to be fair, you and Dia has some interactions together, right?
Yo and Dia do have interactions in the anime, and that kind of fueled it. Cause like there's a lot. I believe in the dub. There's like that one scene when like Yo shows Dia a picture of like the two of them, and this is like, hey, look, it's that picture from our vacation, girlfriend. And then Dia makes like a silly face. But it's like that scene in itself, in both like regular and dub, it's like that's like fuel for the fire.
Oh. Yeah. You know, it's just a deep thought, something like that, you know, because I just wanted to ask why is it Yoahne, but you know, because I've did a lot of writing myself too, not just like fanfic writing, but reviews and like I said earlier, my experiences for my events, which led to a video and stuff. You know, I can understand how tedious writing can be, because you really need the motivation to sit your ass down and actually start writing stuff. And even if you're writing stuff, you know, you're like, okay, I'm too lazy to continue, let's just, you know, go back, pack our bags and just go, you know, that kind of stuff. So do you feel that kind of stuff too? Like, you know, it's like you need the motivation to sit down and actually start writing stuff.
Definitely. Whenever it came to writing, like the one shots I do, they just kind of popped up like on the spot, like, hey, this would be a cute idea to see, and I just do it right in that moment. But like how not having those pop up and then just like a lack of motivation is like, I don't want to do those.
That's fair. That's really fair. Yeah, basically, I think you haven't written since like 2023. That's the last time I saw one of your fics before you just completely stop writing? Is it you completely stop writing, or you just haven't been publishing anything?
I do write. I just don't really publish on AO3. Sorry, so I'm gonna do a callback to a previous Birb's Nest episode.
Yeah.
But Lid,
Yeah.
I believe she mentioned that she writes, but she doesn't really publish things.
Yeah.
That's because she's busy on like a D&D thing. I'm part of that, like that exclusive group where I'm not writing things for like fan fictions. I'm just writing for myself.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, yeah, because I know a lot of people do that. Yeah, I do have a different opinion for mine. It's just that I want to write so that other people can read it too, as well as myself. But to each his own. Some people just want to write for themselves, for their happiness, and I'm fine with that. It's a pretty good idea for yourself too. Also, so nobody can steal your ideas and stuff.
Well, yeah, and also it's like I don't publish them because I know I actually have published a few like original D&D things onto AO3, but the thing is, I got like 10 hits in total. I'm like, this isn't worth it. Like, it's not really anybody's people.
Have you?
To be fair, I don't. Sorry.
No, what? Just continue your sentence first.
It's just that like, I know you're not supposed to write. You're not supposed to write for others, but at the same time, it's like, let's just keep it to myself and let it brew. I do share it with others. But otherwise, I don't really publish things.
That's fair. I was about to say that archive of our own really isn't more of the original fiction, which is what I really discovered, because I don't feel that OC fics really boom in AO3. It's more of fanfics, because that's what everybody goes to AO3 for generally, So I did a semi OC fic. I call it semi because it was not completely all my characters, but it's an original setting and stuff. It's just that it has I don't know whether I'm embarrassed to say this, but it has Kizuna Ai in it. I was doing a sci-fi fic. It's not really called a fanfic in my opinion, because I think that everything else other than Kizuna Ai is all original. It's just I've used the character, but I think in a lot of people's eyes it was called a fanfic, but I mean, it could be a fanfic, and but I just consider it to be an original fic. But anyways, original fics don't boom on AO3. I mean, I've posted that fic on AO3 and it didn't get shit at all. It didn't get anything. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm not posting it here. Of course, there'll be one platform. It's everybody's favorite. Completely, totally favorite platform called Wattpad, but that shit's outdated. Yeah, that shit's fucking outdated as fuck, man. I hate that fucking platform. That shit can rot, because honestly, Wattpad only favors the K-pop side of stuff and all those like handsome man meets ugly girl kind of fic. I really hate that kind of shit, man, because that's what the wetties are all winning these days. Like let's say the best story of the year is a girl meeting a handsome guy, falling in love, having sex in the bedroom. That's the winner of the book of the year, bro. I was like, we had this last year. Why the fuck are you pressing it? Like, why is this shit winning again, just in a different form, bro? And man, it's so tiring to see the same young adult fiction right in my face. They're promoting it right to my face too in Wattpad these days, and as if that wasn't scummy enough, they had to add Wattpad coins, which is meaning they have premium stories and stuff. When Wattpad used to be very it's just me going on a small Wattpad rant, because I used to be a very big supporter for Wattpad. I've posted a lot of stuff on there, but over the years they changed a lot of shit. Like, there used to be you can use to like save offline books unlimited. It's like you don't have to worry, you just have to download the book into your phone and voila, you can read it offline, on a road trip, on a plane, even when you're underground or something, you can read it anywhere. And last time there used to be like all those like book clubs. This is the very old Wattpad era. The clubs, they have clubs with like a lot of people in there to talk and recommend fanfics or just normal fics and stuff. But I think the most favorite part of mine was the secret chapters part. I don't think you've ever heard of that. Have you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, so
I'm
this
not really familiar with it.
yeah, so just to explain it to you, secret chapters are basically when you publish a chapter, but that chapter can only be viewed by people who sign in. So people who are like reading without an account, they can't see this chapter at all. So it makes me feel like, oh, there's an exclusivity in, like, if I put a chapter that only allows people to log in to read, it puts some kind of exclusivity in there, right? It makes you feel like, wow, shit, man. It's like you're putting a Blu-ray feature behind a free wall or something. I mean, it's free. It's still free. You can sign up for an account. It's free. But, that feeling of like creating something exclusive or stuff, it feels pretty good. It's like you're putting your shit behind the money wall, but just that it's not money. It's just an account. I don't know about you, but it feels good for me. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it all went downhill straight up because they think they can start earning fucking money after they made. So, have you ever heard of the movie After?
After? No, I'm not familiar.
It's written by Anna Todd. She used to be a very famous Wattpad author who, because Wattpad has this very special feature where if your book is so successful, it can be turned into a movie funded by movie production companies, which is a fucking big thing at that point of time. It was like, holy shit, something that you've written on your bedroom can be turned into a fucking movie that you can watch in the cinema. How about you sign me up? And usually it's all those who won the Wetties Award, or in small cases those who got a lot of views and likes, even if they're not nominated. So it was a very big thing, and that was like one of the biggest reasons why I joined Wattpad, was because at the age of 14, 15, I was like, I want to make my fanfic into a book. Into a movie. Wow, wouldn't that be amazing? And then I found out that having fanfics as a movie isn't cut out. It just isn't it, man. It just isn't it. Like, you have to have the copyright and stuff, and so it's like, wow, I just can't do it. I just can't do it, man. There's no point, right?
Yeah, I was checking out Wattpad when you mentioned that. You weren't joking. I clicked on the romance tab just for a moment.
Yeah.
And wow, it is all the same story.
Yeah, see? So basically, because at first, when Wattpad, it was on its first few years, they didn't have an influx of these fics, young adult fics. It was more of very general, maybe sci-fi, action, adventure, thriller. Doesn't always include a guy fucking a girl in the bedroom or the bathtub or the bed, all that kind of stuff. It was more interesting back then. There were more various choices. But Wattpad made it so in a way that only when you write about a guy kissing a guy, or a guy, a quarterback starts dating a nerdy girl, wow, then your story succeeds. That's the Wattpad drove their own shit, that shit in that direction, and it's so fucking painful to see. Every time I go into that app, they just promote me romance. The first thing they do is a secret agent has to protect a girl from getting kidnapped or robbed or some shit like that. But you know what? They have feelings for each other after a while. Wow, damn, shit, the fuck, man. Come on, how many times of that shit I've seen, man? What do you say?
I've passed by 3 stories of the quarterback falling for the nerdy girl, or the high-ranking businessman falling in love with the secretary. This place feels very samey all around.
Yeah, that's because these kind of books always win their awards. So Wattpad has their yearly award stuff, which is books can have a chance to win the award, which is very high recognition, and even better, has a chance to be turned into a movie. So of course everybody wants this, but always the people who always win are the fuckers who write a guy that is handsome as fucking hell, who knows, maybe look like Clark Kent. He goes to date a fucking ugly ass bitch or something, or date the prettiest model in school, and then they get in love, they fall in love, and do some other stupid shit, and that shit wins the fucking award. which is like that's how everybody starts writing. That everybody and their mom starts writing this stupid shit category, and now Wattpad's just full of that shit. Even if you go into other categories, I assure you, 1 in 10 fucking books will you see a fucking guy like a girl, which is like, oh, I fell in love with this girl because I've been with her doing a job or something, and then wow, outside I see her beauty and stuff. That is in every category. There's at least 1 out of 10 of this shit. I'm 100% sure for this Wattpad shit. It's so it's saturated with young adults. Yeah, what are you saying?
I can't even doubt like you're like a I can the way you made it out. I can definitely bet on that it's all the same.
Yeah,
this side is like it's not long. It's long on this side.
Yeah, it's just shit. After, because like I said earlier just now, the book that won, one of the first few books that won these awards were After, the book named After, which I want you to guess what the fucking premise was. I want you to guess what was the premise.
It was 50 Shades of Grey ripoff.
Exactly. It is what you just said. It is. You probably search it up, and you're right. It is a 50 Shades of Grey ripoff, but the guy is Harry Styles.
Oh my god.
So it is a One Direction fanfic with Harry Styles, and I believe the author putting herself as the girl. Right.
Oh my.
Right.
Oh my god.
Right. So that got turned into a movie. Yay! But of course you can't put Harry Styles in that because that's a copyright. You know, you're not gonna expect Harry Styles to act in that shit, right? So, gotta have someone else in there. And I can tell you 100% the movie sucks ass. It's better off being a book. And that's a lot. That's a lot to say, bro. That shows you, man, the books cannot be turned into real life. Cannot. It really is just, this kind of shit cannot be turned into real life because it'll never happen. And the way that it happens is so unrealistic that you sometimes wonder, is this even real? Like, you can't tell me you fall in love first sight just like that and then you start fucking on the bed 20 minutes later, bro. That's not how this works. That's not how the fucking romance work.
Yeah, oh my.
Yeah.
What was the name of the movie that started from a fanfiction?
It's called After. Like after. Like the word after, yeah. Literally.
Was that the one that was based on Harry Styles, or?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let me read to you the premise here. It follows a young woman who begins to romance a mysterious student during her first few months in college. Yeah.
Oh jeez, I wonder where that's gonna go.
Yeah, I wonder where could that go, man. Let's see. Yeah, it really sounds like your normal young adult fic. We meet at a party. Oh, I fall in love with you. Damn, you're so hot. And then they get into a bed. That's pretty much it.
I really want to know how that movie did.
It did poorly. It did quite poorly. It received negative reviews from critics, but it gained, it's a commercial success, but it's not too much of a commercial success. That kind of stuff.
So it just made a bit more than it should have, basically.
Yeah, it just made money, but it's a shitty movie. That's pretty much it.
It just sounds like college. 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, honestly. And then, guess what? They have a sequel.
Well, of course, I mean, did significantly well.
Yeah, but man, just come on, man. I don't know. I don't know how to think about this as other than shit. It's just shit. I cannot take this anymore. It's so bad. It is so bad. I think there was one that was recently, there was a book that turned into a TV drama in my country. a Wattpad book, by the way. It turned into a TV drama in Singapore, but I never watched that. I don't even bother to watch that. I don't want to know how bad that is. Honestly, I really don't want to see it. Oh wait, they still have a film. They still had a sequel after the sequel. What's the third film? Holy shit!
Wait, so it's a trilogy?
Yeah, no, because the book was a trilogy. Or I know the book was like a lot. There was like 4 or 5 of them, but they did 3. They did 3 movies. My god. Oh my god.
Well, if Wattpad's good for anything, it's to give hope to some authors. At the same time, it's bad because like people who aren't making romance, 50 Shades of Grey type stories, just forget it.
Yeah, they're not gonna succeed there. Trust. When I put my LoveLive fic there, it wasn't doing well. I think. Actually, I don't know because I posted my first LoveLive fic there. It was the slice of life. It was called the What Future Lies Ahead, which was the Muse comeback fic that I did. So it was it gained a lot of attraction there, but when I posted Soldier Game, it kind of just fell off. Straight up, it fell off. I don't know what succeeds and what doesn't succeed in there anymore. Other than I know young adult 50 Shades of Grey shit will succeed in there, but other than that, I don't know what fucking shit will succeed. And there was this one bad part about Wattpad that happened like I think recently, but that threw me off a complete 180, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not posting in this shit no more. So basically, I made a friend from Wattpad a few years back. I think it was 2016 when I first posted. I know it's gonna sound stupid. I think you heard it before from Lid's podcast, but I made a Zootopia racing fanfic. You heard of it, I think, if you heard the episode.
Vaguely remember that,
yeah. Yeah, so I made that fanfic and I gained a friend from that because that guy messaged me, and we hit it off quite well with the conversation and stuff. And it was like, wow, the conversation we had there was really, really good. We were sharing each other's like story ideas and stuff for like the next few years until like maybe 2020, where he like suddenly disappeared and stuff. And then I talked to him back in 2021, and then right now I can't even find him anywhere, so I don't know. But as I was saying, Wattpad has a direct message feature, so that's how we were able to converse for the first few years of our friendship. And they removed it without telling anyone that they're gonna remove the messaging function. So that pretty much means that not only could I not back up my chat, it's gone. It's straight up just gone.
The YouTube gambit.
Yeah. So it's basically like the fuck. So my memories of like the conversation there, it's all gone. Because they just decided, okay, we're gonna cut that shit off and make it as discreet as possible. I mean, they made an announcement, but who the fuck? They didn't even make it like obvious enough. Like at least they will have the decency to tell me in the app that it's gonna go off, but they didn't. And I was like, you didn't even make the announcement at all. It's like you didn't make the announcement at all. And that was like when I was like, I'm done with the last straw of Wattpad, man. Like I didn't post in Wattpad anymore these days. It's just a shithole place that I don't want to do anything with anymore. It used to be such a good company, a good place to post your stuff, but after all the shit that happened, even so, basically Wattpad also went on to a pay to win kind of thing. So basically now stories can be locked behind a paywall, but only selected stories that are famous. Guess what stories are behind a paywall?
It's the same romance.
Yeah, it's the 50 Shades of Grey fucking fakes are all behind the paywall. Wow. And if that's not enough, now I cannot save my fics on offline unless I pay a fee for that. I only can save one at a time. Fantastic. Yeah. I used to be able to save a lot. Now I only can save one. And then if I want to save more, I have to pay money for that shit.
What a great host for fanfiction. This is the place where creativity lives and prospers, it seems.
Yeah, it's a fucking shitty ass writing platform that I do not want to be in. I mean, no offense to other people who really prosper in there. If they find sexual intercourse fun to write, that's not my shit to care. You know, you can do that all you want, but I fucking hate the platform. I downright will fucking downvote this shit. In fact, I would disencourage anyone. If you're not into either 50 Shades of Grey, you're not into school guys liking nerdy girls, or you're not into fucking sexual intercourse, this platform's definitely not for you. You know, you're better off somewhere writing. And that's why I think everybody transferred to AO3, including me, because I think AO3 has more, it's more for the fans than, you know, sexual intercourse. You know, actually, good works are on AO3 with at least half of them having better writing skills than fucking people I see in the cinema. You know, like, you gotta ask who wrote the Emoji Movie. You gotta sit down and ask yourself, who the fuck think it was a good idea to write about emojis? You know, that kind of thing. It's just.
I have a feeling it was somebody from Wattpad who may have made that one.
No, it's not. It's not, but it's just someone stupider, I guess. Emoji Movie is just it's stupid. It's stupid. It's worse. It's honestly worse. But yeah, I was just saying, yeah, this was my short Wattpad rant. It's a shitty ass platform that doesn't deserve any attention anymore these days. Cause fuck that shit. Honestly, fuck that shit. I can't stand Wattpad. But yeah, that's the end of my Wattpad rant. And I think staying in AO3 really helps writers. I mean, not only do they get to like showcase their actual writing skills other than fucking each other in the bedroom, it's more of like drama. There's like action or adventure with a lot of emotions here and there, and that's the kind of story that I want to read instead of, you know, boy A fucks girl in the bed, they hump each other and stuff. You know, that's not what I want to read anymore at this point. Yeah.
That's fair. I assume anyone would get tired of that, except, you know, the actual readers of that.
Yeah. So, do you write in any other platforms beside AO3?
Is Discord a platform that counts? Because otherwise, no.
I guess so. Yeah. No, I mean like online platforms. You know, it's just
No, I do not post my writing anywhere now.
it's just AO3, I guess. This is where
It-
your last few works were at.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. That's more or less for writing and stuff. You know. After that, we're gonna go to LoveLive. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about LoveLive, don't you?
I have a few words to say, yes.
All right. What do you have to talk about LoveLive? Let's see if I can get an opinion out of it.
I'm not a big fan of the future. It's the path it's taking. I'm not really too huge on Hasuna Sora. Liella happened. Not too crazy on. Nijigasaki kind of exists to me, and Aqours ending. So
Yeah.
it's not really looking too good for me in particular.
Have you heard of the new one, LoveLive Bluebird?
I did hear about that one. I'm curious to see what it is, but I'm probably not gonna follow.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna follow. These days, the LoveLive franchise seems really hard to follow for me. Even if I like a lot of LoveLive music, I really cannot follow. People might call me lazy for that, but you know, I don't give a shit. Just call me lazy. That's too much to catch up on, and I don't think there's like a lot of interesting things to catch up on these days. Back in a few days ago, I was talking about how I was not really interested in Liella, and like in the friend group, I had two friends shot their eyes at me, and they're like, "What the fuck?" You know, Liella is such a masterpiece, but I'm like, I don't even like see LoveLive anymore, so I wouldn't know if it's a good thing or not. But it's just yeah, but it's just like more or less like that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah, it's just like I'm not really interested in LoveLive anymore. Honestly, it's I like there's not a lot of interesting content, I guess, as compared to last time.
It's not that interesting, and like the supplemental content isn't like fulfilling either. Like, I was interested in like the music for like Liella and like Niji, but as time went on, I'm just like, this all kind of sounds the same to me.
I guess that's fair, but I mean, it's all idol groups, right?
Well, it's idol groups, but at the same time, I come from the Aqua generation when they were popping off, and every time they dropped a new song, it was always different.
Ah, I
See,
see.
it's like I call me, I guess, well, I'm really sounding like a boomer here,
Mm-hmm.
but basically it's just I'm just kind of used to Aqua, like they're always doing something new, but it's just all kind of the same now.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, what do you think about the Aqours' latest singles, AQ Hours, and their last concert?
I have not heard it.
Oh shit! Were you like, were you like late like that? Were you scared to hear it?
Well, not scared to hear it. I just haven't been interested.
Oh my
Which
god!
I'm just gonna say, like the Yohane anime, as hyped as I was for that, that was kind of my reason for burnout.
Oh
I don't know if you watched it.
no, I have not.
It's not very good, and it's like I've complained about it ad nauseum. I've like said it so much, but it's just like the anime itself was such a letdown that I'm just like I pushed it away. I pushed the plate away like I was not interested in eating it. That's kind of what it was like with LoveLive for me.
Ah, so you didn't apply for the AQ Hours concert too, right?
I did not know. I thought about it, but at the same time, it's like I don't have money, and frankly, as much as I'd love to see them again, it's not gonna happen.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah, I think I felt the same way as you for Yohane, but it's just that I did Liella season 1. I think their ending was a bit too disappointing. It was just like straightforward, and it was like, it didn't get me to watch Liella season 2 and 3, which I heard were very banger seasons. But I mean, season 1 didn't really leave a good taste on me, so that's why I didn't plan to watch season 2 and 3.
I actually watched the Liella anime. I watched season 1. I kind of liked where they left off, where it's like, oh, we failed. I guess we got to try harder next year.
Yeah, but
like there's a hook there, but just and then season 2, it's like the ass pull where it's like, oh, Kanon's gonna go to Austria. Yep, she's definitely gonna go. Yep, and it's very end. No, she's not gonna go. I don't want season 3.
Yeah, but I don't know. Season 1 was like, after they failed and stuff, they were like, oh, let's try harder. And at the end, that's why I felt it was disappointing, because it was like, there was no like emotional stuff and all that kind of stuff. They were just like, oh, we'll do better next year. The end. And I'm like, damn, so after all that shit, you're just gonna say that and be done with that. I think that's why I'm disappointed at. It's just a straightforward thing. It's like, come on, where's the emotions and stuff, Where's that episode where, Chika was crying over 99, and then yeah, that was shit I want to see, but I didn't see that with Liella first season at all. And I was like, come on, man.
I mean, there's a reason I do see Sunshine. It's kind of like my personal peak with it, because like season 1 is like, it's kind of heavy. Season 2, it's a little rocky, but it does get kind of hard to swallow, and then afterwards it just kind of goes downhill. Yeah,
it does. The season 2 was boring. I didn't even bother to watch the movie at all.
The second half of season 2 is kind of just boring. The movie itself is not very interesting. God, I'm really trash on Aqua today. I like the music though, I will say.
Oh yeah, no, I was back then. I was doing a Aqours song of the day, like every daily, and then I realized Aqours has a lot of fantastic production songs, which is crazy, man.
That's what I mean. It's like a lot of the songs, like at least the B-side songs, those songs were always doing something different than just like an idol group.
Yeah, and then as much as I hate people saying, oh, Aqours is an improved version of Muse, and I can't even deny that, bro. I just can't, because I know some of Muse songs that suck so ass, and where Aqours did it so much better. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Okay, fair point. Aqours music is better than Muse. There's ain't no way that I would say Muse is better in music for sure. I wouldn't say that.
But at the same time, some Muse songs just slap.
Yeah, they do. Some of them do slap.
A couple days ago, I was re-listening to Muse songs that I have not heard them in like a couple of years, and I forgot how good they were. Like I really enjoyed re-listening to them.
Yeah, some of them sound good, but some of them just sounds Yeah, could do better.
The subunit songs are generally very good.
Generally, yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yeah. And okay, that's our general topics for the day. Wow, love life is crazy, right? It's been crazy.
Love Live is very. It's rocky. I'm in a love hate relationship with it right now.
I think that's the same. It's the only reason why I'm still writing. It's because I love the franchise. That's pretty much it. You know.
I mean, it pushed me to start writing again, so
All right.
I'll enjoy it for that.
Yeah, me too. And this is our second portion of the podcast, which is the questions. So, do you want me to ask you first, or do you want to ask me first?
It can be either of us. If you want to go first, it's fine. If I want to go first.
I
If you want me to
I
go
I
first,
I leave it up to the guests. So if you want to.
we can start with your question.
All right. So my questions to you, right? So basically, my first question here is what made you like 21 Pilots a lot, and what would you say is your favorite song and album from them?
Ooh, I have a lot to say about this. I'm not gonna unleash the valve right now, but basically, like a lot of things, liking them just kind of fell into my lap. Because like in 2015, my sister went to a concert. I had to go with her, and then from then on, I'm like, these aren't too bad. And then from then on, it just kind of spiraled out of like control, and I like got invested into music. And then there's like all this thing about like lore, and they just like slowly became like my favorite band. And it kind of helped because this was a point when I was finally like developing a taste in music.
Ah,
So it's like they were the standout.
that's okay. So, what would you say is your favorite song and album?
My favorite album. It's a toss up between the recent one, which is called Clancy, and one from 2018 called Trench.
Oh yeah, okay, I've heard of both. Yeah.
Yeah, the Trench album is like all around like really good. People who didn't like 21 Pilots like back then when it released, they were shocked how good they enjoyed it, how good it was, and how much they enjoyed it. Which is like, it's a testament to show how much they improved. And like the band got a lot of hate from like 2016 to 2017 because of just like the fans.
Yeah.
That album is like, the album is fantastic. Clancy itself is like it's risen to be one of my favorites because like, I don't know, I love going back to the album. And favorite song, I can tell you right now, it's called Chlorine. It's from their album Trench. It's probably one of, if not my favorite song of all time. I really like it.
That's good. I've heard of the song before too, so I think it's a pretty good song.
Yeah, it's a really great song. I repeat all the time.
All right. Second question: what are your favorites from the other Love Live groups, which include Muse, Nijigasaki, and Liella? I guess because you don't watch Hasunora.
That's quite, yeah. For Muse, I can tell you in this order because I memorized it. It is Honoka, Anayu, Nico.
Ah, okay.
Honoka. She'll even if I like kind of moved on from Muse, she'll always have a place in my heart. Hanayo, I love her. And Nico, you can't hate Nico.
Okay.
And then Nijigasaki, kind of a toss-up, but it's between Setsuna, Rina, and Kanata.
Ah, a lot of people like
I'm
Rina.
not sure which one. Yeah, Rina. I like Rina. I mean, I don't like her enough to like be considered a fan, but I like her character.
Ah, okay. What about Liella?
Liella, it's another toss-up. That's canon. No, actually, I know number one is Shisato, and then it's canon Ren, which is like a.
Ah, okay.
And the only reason I would have put Cuckoo on top like a couple years ago, but after her and Sumipe kept like jabbing each other in the anime, it's like I do not like either of you anymore.
Damn. All right.
It's rough.
It's too much, right? It's just too much, right?
I'll just go on a brief thing about this. In anime, it's like their only existence is to jab at each other, and it's like this is not fun to watch.
Fair enough. Do you think Nikomaki and Yoha Riko suffers the same fate as them, or do you think they are different?
I do believe it is like the pre-established pair that they want to keep pushing. Nikomaki, I don't really care for.
Oh.
If I see it, I'm like, whatever.
Okay.
Yohariko, I've grown more attached to, but it's like, I'm like, it's nice, but I do believe that one does suffer the same thing. SumiCocoon is like, it's trying to push one that's just not there. So yeah, I do believe they're all in the same category.
So you feel like it's very forced, right?
Like forced, and like they want to push like at least one pair out of the game. There's nothing here.
Okay. Alright, the third question here is between the three main LoveLive games, which is Sif, SIFAS, and Sif2, which one is the one you like the most and why?
Sif 1 was my jam from 2017 to 2019, and I missed those years, but I don't miss it after that.
Alright, fair enough.
I really enjoyed the tapping element. I know you've brought it up that you don't really like the tapping because it's kind of mindless, but I don't know. I don't know. I just found like the tapping element really fun, and even like I play with my thumbs. I didn't do my index fingers, and that was just able to get me through.
That's right, because I use my thumbs. It's very hard for me to go up and down like that. So that's why I prefer SIFAS over Sif. It's precisely the thing. But other than that, I think both are okay. Honestly, both are pretty good memories for LoveLive games at the very minimum.
Yeah, exactly. It's great memories, but I will not want to go back.
That's fair.
And SIFAS, I wanted to like it, but I don't like the fact that you have to grind to do anything.
Oh, tell me about it, man. Oh my god, the grinding is so bad.
It was so bad, and it's like I got lucky and got like the top tier like Setsuna card like a year, like a couple months in. I'm like, okay, and I didn't know how good it was until I like started to cruise through, but eventually I started to plateau, and then I was like failing. I'm like, okay, what do I do here? Because I need to scout, but I can't scout without gems. I can't get gems. I can't, and I didn't have money at the time, so I'm like, I can't just buy a gem. So how do you get them? Through the story. Can't pass through the story because I need a better team.
That's true.
It's just this cycle of like needing something specifically, but I can't continue because of like my own like faults. I did not like SIFAS very much.
Yeah, you just don't like a lot of grinding that is required because you need to grind to pass the things, right? Yeah, I feel that way too. It used to be a fun strategy game for me until they started to put in all the overpower cards behind the paywall, which was fucked up. By the way, it's fucked up as fuck.
Yeah, they added like overpowered cards like every couple months, so like suddenly there was a new meta.
Yeah, and then they added the hard modes, all the very very hard modes, the one that require you to spend a whale to be a whale to like at least get an S rank on that or something, you know. It just pulls the whole shit down for me, and that's why I didn't want to play it anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't very fun to grind it.
Yeah, it wasn't. All right. The next question: do you keep track of any Aqours seiyus or any seiyus in general? And is there someone you support?
Absolutely. I do keep track. I do keep up with like pretty much all of the Aqours seiyu. I don't keep up with like. I'm not too crazy on a couple of them, but like there's a couple few that I follow, like specifically Aika Kobayashi, Ifuri Hata. I love Aya's like solo like music. I love them, so I follow her. I think she's probably like the one I follow the most. Beyond Aqua, I do follow pretty much. I try to keep up with like the like new seiyu or like some of the Niji seiyu, but like after Niji, it's like I just kind of stopped following it.
That's fair. But Muse these days, their seiyus aren't doing anything anymore that much, so it's like it's not much to catch up, to be honest.
Well, that's fine. I mean, like I still see them pop up in like my feed nowadays. I'm like, oh, look at them. Look at that. Mimori's living in America now. Good for her.
Yeah.
And I move on.
That's cool. Alright, number 5. What made you want to start writing? Who was your main inspiration? And were you proud of your first work? And what's your favorite aspect of writing? And this is a long question.
That's fine. Well, to start writing, it was kind of weird because like many other things, it just kind of fell into my lap. Where I was like, you know what? I'll just start doing this. And I did. Main inspiration, honestly, I don't have any like author inspirations. I guess I was inspired by the fact that I've always had teachers like compliment my writing like throughout the years, So it's just like I'm like, oh yeah, I was always told that I was a good writer, so I may as well.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then my first work, well, depends on what first work is because
The first thing you write, the first thing you've written of, like the first piece of work you write
like ever or like
ever.
starting
Maybe the during the first. Yeah, it can be. You can choose. It's either the first thing from your life or the fan fiction when you started writing like online fics and stuff, or like when you first know how to actually start writing.
Well, I guess my first like actual fan fiction, I wasn't too crazy on, because it was just like I don't even know how I started writing. It was just basically Dia takes Ruby to go get like chicken nuggets. I don't know what spurred that. It just kind of happened.
Okay,
And then like my actual first like creative writing is just, we don't talk about that because I tried. It's like we had to write a novel in like 6th grade, and I did, and I involved like Minecraft and stuff, and it didn't go anywhere. I don't know what happened to the story.
it's okay. I have the story that kind of rolls like that too. I had Geronimo student in there, so you know.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite aspect of writing?
Making the thing come to life.
Okay.
Because yeah, just having the idea is like nice, but then you like there's all overarching branches and like how do they get there? I just like seeing an idea come to life.
That's fair. That's fair. So the next question here is have you been writing or reading anything lately? Who is your favorite author, and what is a favorite work of theirs, or what is your favorite work ever, and what are your ideal tropes?
So I don't really write stories as much anymore. I write like descriptions and like little like conversations that my characters have.
Fair.
But otherwise, so I don't really write them. And reading, I was more of a writer than a reader.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not sure if that's the best course of action, because it's always good to read and like get ideas and hopefully get inspiration. But that's just kind of what happened. Who's my favorite author? I'm not sure on like a favorite author. Like I said, I didn't really read much.
Yeah, sure. So
Favorite work. So what I did read, I actually did read. I read a little bit, I will say. I read this one like YouDia fanfic where they were like, it was like a zombie apocalypse and Yo gets bitten and Dia has to put her down. It broke my heart.
Oh.
So and that one's kind of like stuck with me. But I enjoyed it because it's kind of like bittersweet because of like a sweet. And then ideal tropes. I'm not too sure. I do know one of my favorite like tropes in story is like the fallen ally.
Oh.
Like, this is just in like anything, where it's like the story has like a protagonist, and then their best friend like becomes evil, and then they're like,
oh yeah, that's pretty cool though, to be honest. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool because it makes for like an interesting like dynamic, and then there's like the I can't do this. They're like my best friend, but it's like, oh, they're not your best friend anymore. It's like, I don't know. I really enjoy that show.
Okay, I agree. That's pretty good. And the thing that you've been saying about like more writing than reading, I've done that too. I've actually done more writing than reading. I've read quite less also, so it's not like abnormal for that. It's a pretty normal thing, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. So the next question is, I've noticed you've been a very big Yakuza fan and you have played a lot of their games. So what is their positives of their franchise and the game as a whole? And have you ever played any other PC or console-based games before? And what is your favorite game of all time and why?
For Yakuza, I've gotten really into it because I've had a lot of friends who are into it. I'm sure you know Rob.
Yeah.
Next Nico.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big Yakuza fan as well, and like the little it's like some friends around him they also like it. So I'm like, you know what? Anju Anami is gonna be in the next one. Let's go try it out, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, just Chika Takami and one of the Yakuza games. But otherwise, like that could be a positive in itself. But also just like the stories of them are really enthralling and really engaging. The music's fantastic. The combat itself is very like it's very like fluid and very good. I really enjoy playing those games. And honestly, I believe that Yakuza 0, which is like a prequel to this, to like everything, I believe that's like a must-play game for anybody.
Ooh. Okay.
Which is it's a very high honor because like I don't really see a lot of games like that. But like that one has like everything. It has like great combat, great like story, great music.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great game.
So have you played any other PC console-based games?
Oh yeah. I'm definitely what some would consider a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I do play like other games. Like on and off. I play Fortnite. Not too huge on it nowadays.
Yeah, not too.
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot like various games. It's too varied though. I don't know if I can go into it right now.
Yeah. So let's just cut to what is your favorite game of all time at this current moment and why?
This is also tough because it's like I have several games that are my favorite of all time, so I'll just name like 3.
Yeah, sure.
First one, Payday 2, PC game.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically robbing banks with your friends, and I love that game to bits. I played it from like 2014 to until it died, like which was in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, it's not dead. It's like still ongoing. So there's that one. Hotline Miami 2.
Uh-huh.
I love that game. Top down, like pixel, like shooter. It's just like Hotline Miami 2 and the first one. I love those games.
Yeah.
And then the last one, Team Fortress 2, multiplayer like team shooter from like 2007. First of its like one of the first of its kind, and as much as I don't, even if I don't really play it anymore, I still love the time I had with that. Those are all on Steam.
I know Team Fortress 2 is a very monumental game. I've played it too. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's funny how you like all the 2 games, the sequels.
Yeah, yeah. I guess there's something there. I guess I just like the sequels.
Alright. So the next question is: besides LoveLive, what other anime have you watched, and do you prefer any of them over LL?
I'd say my favorite anime of all time was probably all the anime I really like. It's probably above LoveLive.
Uh-huh.
So like my favorite of all time is Nichijou.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I just love that anime so much. It's so cozy but so chaotic and like absurd. It's like it's a great mix of the two.
Yeah.
And I love that one to bits. Even if it was like the first one I ever watched.
Oh, okay. So I guess there's an impact on that because it's the first one you watch, and it's a really good one, to be honest. So, fair opinion. Fair opinion.
Yeah, and then I think about like with Nichijou, it's like not my favorites, but like other ones I've watched were like Love Delusions and Shunibyo.
Ah.
Great one.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd say LoveLive Sunshine is probably high up there. At least season 1. That's a good one. And then Death Note, which is like very different than others.
Of course, Death Note. All right. Yeah. All right. So the next question here: you've done content on YouTube for a while now, so including the videos that have been either taken down or have been privated by you. What is your favorite video that you've made, and what are your favorite moments, and what are the toughest moments of creating the video?
Kind of already answered this one in like bits, but I can go over them again. Favorite Chika Neso video.
Okay.
Like for one, to research for that one was fun. It's like fun to finally like discover like what happened there. Seeing all the comments and like the reactions to that was like, it's great to look back because I did the video 2 years after it happened, and then like compiling all the comments like. It was just a really like funny occurrence to like come back and just relive.
So, but what's the toughest moment? Is it finding the guy actually?
Toughest moment from that video itself, or
yeah, from that video itself.
Probably finding the guy, because at the very end I did a call to action like, hey, if anybody knows who did this, let me know, because we can, I just want to have a chat. I just want to know. I just want to pick your brain for a little bit. But I didn't get anything out of it.
That's fair. Yeah, I think
so.
that's...
It just so the video itself was fun, but it's like I got nothing out of it.
No, it's okay. I think as long as you enjoy the process, it's a pretty good thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Right. Your second last question here. You are quite the seasoned content creator and have also dabbled in writing. So what are some tips that you'd give for content creation and writing?
Well, those are two different mediums. So I will say, for content creation, if you're doing this for money, like go. If you're doing content creation on YouTube for money, just go make skibbity toilet videos. Otherwise, like, don't bother. But if for like content, if you're like genuinely passionate about it, then push it out there, because on the internet, there's an audience for anything. So
That's
if
fair.
you make like, I don't know, like if you make like analysis videos on like, I don't know, on like Hatsune Miku lore or something like that, people are gonna find that, people are gonna watch it, and they'll spread it otherwise. Because as long as you push something out there, people are gonna find it, people are gonna watch it, because there will be an audience for that. So I'd say if you're passionate, if you want to do this just for fun, go for it. And for writing, similarly said, just start. You don't need anything to start with this. It just, if you have an idea and you want to get it out, push it out there.
Okay.
And it's always good to push it out there, because then people will like comment on it, or like let you know like something that went wrong. And it's always good, and that's always, criticism is criticism. So they just build off on that. But yeah, just for writing, just get it up there.
Alright, good. And then the last question I have for you, which is what I ask for every guest. What goal do you set to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Well, I have our goals. I guess the main one would be be able to draw. That's like my biggest thing right now, is I've been trying to learn how to draw. Like, a friend has been motivating me to like try to start drawing, because I never was like good at drawing. So that's like one big thing I want to be able to do on top of like writing. So it's like I can write a story, and I can have the ability to draw what will happen, because I was good at draw.
Okay.
But like beyond that, it's like, sorry to cut you off.
No,
It's
yeah.
like, beyond that, it's just like, I don't know, have more money.
Okay, yeah.
Healthier.
Fair enough.
Something like
Fair enough. Alright. So that's the end of my questions. You can start asking me your questions that you have for me.
Alrighty, here we go. Do you feel yourself improving when it comes to your creative hobbies? Do you still worry and wonder if your work isn't up to par?
Yeah, I definitely felt that I've been improving all these years. Thanks to my very wonderful proofwriter, Lid. Shout out to her. She has been helping me. Yes, shout out Lid. She's been helping me a lot in my writing, and I've learned how to be more expressive and more detailed in writing compared to like my previous work. So I think in every single work that I've published, the most recent ones are the ones that I improve and continuously improve on, which I've always feel that writing, there's something to improve on. You're never perfect at writing, so that's what I feel, and that's why every time I write a new fic, I try to always improve myself. So yeah, I've definitely felt myself improving a lot, and I would continue to constantly try and do that, so that it will be better each time. And of course, there's definitely worry and wonder if my work isn't up to par, but that is just because I feel that if it isn't up to my standard, then I feel that I probably wouldn't want to write it down or publish it at all. At these days, I don't really see that up to par means it's like comparing with other people. It's just my standards. If I feel that it isn't good for me when I read it, and I feel like, wow, this thing is shit, that means I probably would just really rechange it a lot. So for my soldier game fic, which is the 42 chapters one, I spent quite a lot of time re-editing a lot of stuff, because I wasn't satisfied with myself. It wasn't up to par of what I'm supposed to, like what I feel I was supposed to write out. Like if I write out this thing, it doesn't really make sense, or it just doesn't really get the emotions across and stuff. So I had a whole maybe like 20-30 pages of deleted stuff that I have for the soldier game. But I think overall I released it, and I think I feel really proud of it. So yeah, of course, I worry and wonder, but sometimes it's just that worry and wonder will make you feel like you can improve better, and that's how I get to improve on my writing and stuff, you know.
Alright then. Next question. What's your plan after finishing the Soldier game sequel?
Wow, it could go three ways. Number one, I could continue to write reviews and other stuff without focusing on my fake. And number two, it could go, I just don't write anything else and just leave some like months to rest for myself before I continue to write. Or the third one is the third one would be I'll be working on my rework, my reimagined version of my old fake, my very old fake. So I'm rewriting it whole. So because I realized that my old fake really sounds very cringe, so I really wanted to rewrite it again. So I'll just continue that. Or the fourth one would be I'll come up with a new sequel for Soldier Game, but it won't be Muse this time. It will be from one of the other LoveLive groups. So, you know, I'll give Muse a break.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Soldier Game, the Aqua spin-off?
Maybe. It could be Aqours, it could be Nijigasaki. It's either one of these two because I have not known Liella for quite some time, so I wouldn't really trust myself to write Liella yet.
Pretty sick. Alright, next question. What's your favorite musical artist? Favorite album? What's a song you would recommend to me right now?
First of all, my favorite musical artist is it's probably this Post Malone. I feel not just because he has the same birthday as me, but because I think his music really is nice, and I really enjoy his music most of the time. And yeah, he's a very chill guy, honestly. So I really like him. My favorite album, quite a shocker, it will be Tyler the Creator's Igor. Definitely, I think that album really changed my life quite a lot, literally. And it came at a time where I had made a lot of good memories with my friends. So it's like, wow, this album is really timeless. It's so good. Like you could even I'm like we are both fans of Igor, so I'm pretty sure that anytime we hear Igor, I think it's still gonna sound the same good thing as it is when we first heard it. You know, it sounds really freaking amazing.
The album is so good.
Yeah, man. I mean, of course, Tyler released like other albums which are pretty good, which is the later two, which was Call Me If You Get Lost and Chromocopia. Although I really like those two, but I think Igor really stands out very much, especially what he released previously. And Igor was like a complete departure from whatever direction he was trying to go to, which was a refreshing one to see, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's my favorite album of the time, Igor. And
great choice.
Yeah, and favorite song I would say it's from Bang Dream. I would say it's Popping Party Tremolo Eyes. I don't know if you heard it before, but it's you could search it up later. It's a song that I rated number 1 of 2024 for myself, obviously. Like I posted it online, but that was my top song for 2024. And I think it's a really good song, especially if you know what Popping Party is like. It's a very melancholic song, so I think, and the instrument and the lyricism is just fantastic and amazing. So that's why I feel that that's a song that I would recommend to everyone right now. You know.
I'll check it out later. Next question. What else do you like to do beyond writing?
I think the usual, like I said, reviewing stuff. I think obviously reviewing is also considered really writing, but it's not, because I mean, I have to write out the stuff, right? But reviewing is more of the skill that, you know, I have to review this stuff, whether it's good or bad and stuff. So I don't really consider it writing. So reviewing or not, it will be watching movies. That's for good inspiration. And of course, every normal person, gaming, because, you know, there's never ending of games that would actually attract me to play. So, you know, I'll just game, I guess. It's pretty much those three things, honestly.
Choices. Alright.
Next question.
Have you ever been to a live concert? What's one artist you'd want to see live? Current or past?
Okay, I've never
This
been.
could be any group.
Any group? Okay, yeah, no. I was just saying that I've never been to any live concert before, ever. So, but I think you heard the podcast before. I said I was going to a concert. I'm going to go to a concert this May in Japan, which is a Popping Parties concert, which I won the ballot ticket for also. So, it's pretty good, all this stuff. And yeah, I would really want to see Popping Party basically. So which is why I've applied for the thing, and I'm really happy that it was successful. And I'm actually going to see the concert for it, which I'm really hyped for it.
I've only been to one Japanese artist concert, and it was Aqua.
Oh.
But the environment, like from listening to music on your phone to like being there live, it's such a tone shift. I'm sure you'll have a great time there.
Yeah, it feels so surreal, right, and stuff. But in case there's like I didn't go for Poppy Party, then there will be one more artist that I want to go for. It will either be Hina Aoki. I don't know if you know her. She's a guitarist for she's a singer and a guitarist for MyGo. If you ever heard of the band.
I've heard of MyGo, but I'm not familiar with her.
Okay, so and then the other person I want to see is Emitsun or Eminita.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see a concert, but it's always schedules clashing. I could not see the concert, so I hope one day before she retires, I could see the concert. I really hope.
I believe in you. I'm sure you'll be able to see her one day.
I hope. All right, next question.
Do you have any merch? Do you have or ever had a Holy Grail item?
Oh, I have a lot of merch. I have, for starters, I have 2 cupboards for figurine collection. One of these cupboards is specifically for, if you know, the quintessential quintuplets. Yeah, I have a lot of figure for those. So that was one cupboard straight up. And then I have a lot of LoveLive acrylic stands too. There was the ones I recently received was I don't know whether it was the Valentine's thing or what, but it was a Hono, Maki, and Ellie, along with some cards that I ordered from Gamers store. So I do have a lot of merch and LoveLive merch also, to be honest. So it's quite a lot. I also have their magazines and stuff. And to be very more specific, I have Emi Nita's some of the magazines that she appear on. I have those in my inventory too. So I think I have quite a lot of merch, honestly, and sometimes I think it's too impulsive when I buy stuff. So
yeah, they'll get you. For a good while, I was like just bought. For a good while, when I had like a large like stash of money, I would just go on Buy and just like buy random things. And like it's like taking up too much space in my closet now because like a lot of the things are just stored away.
Yeah, it is a lot of stuff. I also have a lot of stuff that I have no place to put, so it's like very hard for me. And yeah, but do I have a Holy Grail item? Yes, I do. It depends on what Holy Grail. So basically, I would say the most expensive one. So basically, I have this Wise Squads. Do you know Wise Squads, the card game?
No. Like the card game?
Yeah, the card game.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, so basically I have one of these quintessential quintuplet cards, Itsuki Nakano. It was a signature card. It's one of the highest rarities, and in the market it goes for 550 USD. So yeah, that's my Holy Grail, because I bought it with the cash, by the way. So yeah, that's my Holy Grail stuff. It's hiding somewhere in my card folders. I take care of the card really well because it's expensive and I like the card too. So that's my Holy Grail item, honestly.
Incredible, wow.
It's wow.
Alright, next one. What kind of anime do you watch? What's your number one anime?
I think I would watch really any anime as long as it like catches my attention. So like I said, I could be watching, quintessential quintuplets or Kaguya-sama. That's romance, right? But after that, I'll be watching things like Maigo or Nijigo or Gintama in this very case, because there is like comedy and there's dark stuff to talk about, and then a lot of different stuff here and there. So it's like as long as the thing is interesting, then I think I would really go for it. That's pretty much what kind of anime that I would watch. No specific category stuff. And for For my favorite anime, it has been, I think I've pondered over this for quite some time, but I think my favorite anime would be the quintessential quintuplets. Very cliche, I can assume some people would say, because it's a romance thing, it's a harem basically, but I think it has a pretty good storyline, to be honest, and I really enjoyed it, to be honest, and it gives me a lot of good memories with my friends. So I think quintessential quintuplets is my number one anime for now.
Nice answer. Alright, next one. Besides Japan, have you visited any other countries, or do you wish to travel to one day?
I have visited, besides that, I visited Australia, specifically Gold Coast, and then I've went to Vietnam, went to and then I went to Taiwan, and I think obviously where I would wish to travel is obviously Japan. I mean, I've been to Japan before, right? But I still wish to travel to Japan, because I think Japan is like my favorite country besides my own home country. It's because it has a lot of anime stuff there. Not only that, but aesthetically it looks very good, and like it's a lot of good stuff right there. And I think the city looks beautiful as hell. Any place you step into Japan, even if it's the countryside area, I think it still looks very, very nice. And and I really do wish I could stay in Japan, like live the life of a Japan citizen, like maybe for a few years before I come back, but see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot of people's dream. I'd love to visit Japan one day. I've yet to go, and I say this every year, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to Japan this year, but I really do this time around.
I mean, once you go to Japan, it'll be a whole different thing, because it's so good and it's so nice, and especially when you find merchandise for like LoveLive. I thought Muse was like finished because their time is over and stuff, but they still have merch of them there, which is very surprising. And obviously there's still Aqours merch, so it's like it's basically a heaven for you if you like anime stuff. It's basically a heaven there.
I better bring plenty of money if I'm gonna go to Japan. Though.
Yes.
I feel like I'm gonna leave with like an extra suitcase.
Definitely, you bring as much as you can. For me, I brought about $1,005 over there. So I think that's about maybe 1,001 to 2 at your area USD. But just bring a bit more in case you might want to spend more on stuff. See how it goes.
It's like living at a convention for like a week.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. Next question, yeah?
Right, next question. What nowadays inspires your drive to write? When it comes to original ideas, what sparks those?
So my inspiration for writing is basically just if I want to write, I write, because I think if I publish, I still can read it back, and I think it's very nice, and somehow I really have love for the muse. So that is basically what keeps me to write. And obviously, because writing is my hobby, I love writing. Even if it's not for anyone else, I still write for myself. So I love writing, and that's why I still write. And I don't think I'll be stopping writing for like anytime soon, unless I really have like no time to write at all. And so when it comes to original ideas, I would say it really comes based on movies, watching TV shows and stuff, and sometimes even your real life experiences. Like my real life experience I could make a story out of that. Really, it's not just what happens to me, but what happens to other people, and I witness it. That could be a part of the story and stuff. And for original characters, it could really be based on a lot of personalities, like your personality combined with my personality, that kind of stuff. Like everyone's personalities, just combine into one, and then that's how we create an original character and an original setting. But these days it takes a lot of time to really create a world like this. So preferably, I would still stick to fan fiction, because I already have a pre-built world for me. I just have to build a bit more compared to original fiction, where I have to build everything up from the ground myself.
Yeah, original creations are a lot harder to do, but I think I've found that easier like nowadays. fair. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel it's harder because you need to really do a lot of research and creating stuff. That takes a lot of time, I think.
It's definitely very difficult, but like in my case, like when I have an idea for a character, typically I can just pop it out, and then like later on I find like inspirations, like inspiration to pull from into it.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair.
And the last question: when it comes to creating, writing, or otherwise, eventually most come into an obstacle and lose all drive or burn out. In this case, how do you personally deal with that?
It's a very good question. I think a lot of people realize, everybody thinks that I don't have burnout because I keep fucking writing, which is like, no, I do still suffer burnouts. I still do it from time to time. It's just my ways of going through with it was basically maybe watching movies, seeing TV shows, seeing the favorite things that I like to see, like animes and stuff. I will pop in, like, let's say an anime episode for the quintessential quintuplets and start watching it. Or in this case, if it was like LoveLive, I would pop in, like, because I'm writing soldier game, so it's action. So basically, either I'll pop in a LoveLive anime, the School Idol project, obviously School Idol project anime episode, and I'll watch it. Or it's either I watch a fighting movie, so let's say John Wick. I will pop in John Wick and see whether is there any inspiration that will give me any ideas for it. Or after that, maybe if I watch the whole movie, I'll feel very inspired to do it. And other than that, I think how I dealt with that was just playing games, eating, and probably sleeping, I guess, because sleeping gives you rest, right? It gives rest. So it's like,
it gives your mind a rest.
So you wake up, you might feel refreshed, you might not feel refreshed, but at least it gives you a rest. And maybe you might have a little bit of ideas here and there afterwards. Then you could just use that and deal with the burnout like that. Or in this case, if you really have a burnout, just walk out the house, walk around somewhere, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the breeze. Maybe that will actually give you some inspiration, because it will clear your mind of stuff. Sometimes you get burnout is because you really cannot clear your mind of stuff. You cannot really see what to write, and you get very frustrated at that. So maybe by calming yourself down, you probably would be able to think of at least one point to write about. So that could be a helping stone. And most importantly is how I deal with it is because you just have to tell yourself if once I write it out, I think it will be really good. And even if I really have no way to deal with the burnout, I just have to think about maybe having a burnout is good, because if I force myself to write, I wouldn't really come up with the best quality of work that I would come out with, and then I would never be satisfied with this work, because it's just a forced, rushed out piece that I'm trying to force myself to do. So sometimes having a burnout is really good, because no humans are perfect. I mean, if you can write all the way, be my guest. I mean, you're that good, but I'm just not that great in burnout stuff. So in this case, I just take a few measures here and there, or not I really completely rest and just leave it to when like if I'm interested again to pick up the pen and write, then I would definitely do it.
Saying like, oh, I go out and like walk and like clear my mind, that's not a bad idea actually. I don't know why I never thought about it. Thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you don't really think of ideas. It's just more of the years that I write. That's why I think of more ideas on how to deal with burnout. So it's like, I've been writing for over 10 years. That's why I've been like, I feel some of the ways that I do, I find out new ways every time, and I just continue to do the ways. And constantly I'm still finding new ways to deal with the burnout too. Like for recently, I've started looking at my merch. Fantastic, right? Yeah, look at my merch and I probably get some inspiration from that, I hope. Or just admire them because I bought them with my money. What else can I do other than putting them on my table and just looking at them like that?
Yeah.
I mean, you spend money on it, might as well just take a good look at it. Yeah, so that's all my ways. That's all my ways. It's a pretty good question though, because a lot of people suffer from burnout, honestly, and
they suffer from it, and they just kind of like suffer in silence.
Yeah,
I feel a lot of people do.
I mean, I also don't say that I personally have I don't share it out that I have burnout, because every writer doesn't want like, they don't like the feeling of having a burnout and then having to announce it to everyone. But it can be dealt in very different ways. It just depends on which way fits you better, which one fits the shoe more than the other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's all the questions that you have, right?
That's all I got.
Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of the Birb Nest podcast. Once again, thank you, Ari, for coming onto the podcast. I really do appreciate the conversation we have.
Thank you for having me. This was a good time.
Yeah, man, it was really good. Hope to see each other again soon in a podcast. I hope, or something. Anytime.
Not trying to try anything, but if you want me back on, I don't mind coming back.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Alright, so once again, thank you everyone for tuning in to Birb Nest, and I will see you next time. Yay, bye.
Bye bye.